Monday, September the 27th. Now we see all sorts of names of possible candidates for Prime Minister if and when Abhisit is disqualified. We have names of sept27, who's Deputy Prime Minister and who's going to run in the by-election in Surat Thani. We've got name of Gon Jatikawardit, the Finance Minister, who is said to be backed by certain factions within the Democrat Party to replace Abhisit if the time comes. Then we have also General Sanan Kajon Prasad from the coalition partner of Chat Thai Patana, who seems to be another strong candidate, although he himself
backed by the Pheu Thai camp.
Backed by the other side.
Yes.
Wow, it's interesting. But I heard General Sanan saying this morning, I'm already 76. Why do you want to make me Prime Minister? Such a big torture for me. You know, I'm 76, I can't do it. The guy who's 46 even have a bad time already. 46 means Abhisit.
Or we can say that is you have to read between the lines.
Yes.
That is Sadan saying that I'm ready to become the next prime minister. It's really natural to for this kind of speculation to come at the moment, because we are, I think, maybe 1 month or 2 months away from the major court ruling on the Democrat Party dissolution case.
Well, there are two cases against the Democrat Party. Both can end in dissolution of the party.
Yes.
Which one is more serious for the Democrats?
The more serious and more immediate one is the one concerning smaller amount of money, the 29 million baht case that the Democrat, in which the Democrats were accused of abusing the campaign subsidy from the Election Commission. We expect a court verdict maybe within November.
It's that soon, huh?
Yes.
So
and
2 months from now.
Yes, 2 months from now, and it's really interesting because all the talk about Kun Gon and also Kun Suthep must have taken into consideration the fact that if the court decides to disband the Democrat Party and ban all the executive of the party, then Kun Gon and Kun Suthep also will be banned, will not be eligible to become.
That is a 29 million baht case.
Yes, and the case that we expect the first verdict within 2 months.
So you know there is a clean slate.
It's a clean slate.
You know, the Abhisit, Gon, Suthep will all be banned from politics.
Yeah, so when people talk about Kun Gon or Kun Suthep coming to replace Kun Abhisit, maybe they talk about the next case.
The other case, the 258 million baht case, right?
Which is a very long time coming. The verdict could come sometime next year. So maybe people can get confused discussing these two cases.
So if I were the opposition Pheu Thai party, or if I'm Thaksin, I'll be looking at the Democrat Party's dissolution with my own plan, meaning that someone else will be prime minister regardless of the coalition structure.
That's where Kun Sanan comes in. That's where we have this Sanan scenario, because the other side also seem to believe that there's possible. There's a possibility that the Democrat Party could be disbanded with all the executives wiped out. So
why Sanan? Why not someone from the Pheu Thai party like Min Kwan Sangsuwan, whose name has also been mentioned?
Well, that could be harder politically, because they need Pheu Thai party itself does not command enough parliamentary support to go by it.
Okay, so they need at least 1 or 2 coalition partners.
Yes, and if they just nominate Chalerm Yubanlung or even Min Kwan, it would be, or even Chawalit, that would be very difficult. So they need someone who is like a central figure who can be a compromising figure for both sides.
So all the speculation about Gon Jatikawardit and sept27 are not really that valid.
Well, it also depends on how the court will issue its verdict. If the court said, okay, this is the Democrats are guilty, but only the Prime Minister is guilty, then Gon and Kun Suthep can also be eligible for replacement.
Wow, okay, so that means that it's still 50% of things changing or things keeping its status quo, meaning
Yes.
that the
Not
Democrats,
guilty.
yeah,
Not guilty is the status quo, and guilty with opposite out. Then we have a big battle between Kun Suthep and Gon first before people start talking about Kun Sanan. Because of Suthep also we know that Kun Suthep is very close to Kun Nevin faction who can support him, and then Kun Gon. We've heard that he's not that hostile toward the Pheu Thai party, so he can get support from the Pheu Thai party too.
So
Really
all this talk about potential prime minister, when you read about them, you have to read carefully between the lines.
Yes.
Otherwise, it could get very confusing. Sometimes we get confused too. But now we are trying to lay down the facts and give you the legal, the official, and all the ground rules stipulated in the Constitution. Now you know that when some name is mentioned, that maybe it's just speculation, and when the least likely name is mentioned, or the least likely candidate, then perhaps that might be the real one. Who knows?